down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. He'll look deep for Pittman. That's caught! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. And even 30 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Steelers with the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. First and 10. A give, and here's Johnson. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Howard. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take it.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Brown. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. 2nd and 7.
60 Eagles, 60, Dragon 60.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready. Richardson to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Howard now off the bootleg. Forced to his right. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Warren. Accelerating toward midfield. Jalen Warren. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 71 yards.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Howard. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
Play action, it's Howard. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around,
oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
A 44-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready? 60, Bronco 80.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Open man downfield, it's Pittman. And he's into the end zone. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Working out of the gun, here's Howard. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Come on, set. Ready.
A carry here for Brown. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 yards on the pick.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time.
Incomplete.
And it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down.
Okay, ready.
Less than a yard.
Hawk 70.
To throw, it's Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal. It is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Warrior 70. Go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Richardson going to look to throw. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball.
That one is complete to Pierce. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Complete, and he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Here's Richardson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Exit 3rd and 4.
Cut my team. Ready.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Open man left side. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Rush to his right, trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Richardson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Schrader on for the Colts field goal. A 53-yard.
Schrader's kick is good. And the Colts cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To throw it on first down is Howard. A pass taken in by Johnson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
Howard to throw here on first down. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So now then, first and goal from the 1.
Let's go now. Head to 60. Head to 60.
Throwing is Howard. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Ready? And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. On the ground, it's Brown. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run. Simple handoff. No gain.
Buffalo 18, 79.
On second down, Richardson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hey.
Now Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he will go all the way. Allen Pierce. Touchdown, Indy. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
From the gun, Richardson. The pressure's got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their
first down with Howard. He'll swing this out to Johnson, and he won't get away. Good open tackle there to get him down behind the line. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. To the air, Howard. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
3rd and long. Here's Howard. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tight, 19 tight. Ready? Set 19 Lion. Ready?
Richardson to throw it here on first down. That's Dobbs open left side. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Left side, that is caught by Warren. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. 35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
70. Crack all 80. 65 catch. 65 catch.
Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag.
Ready? Ready?
Here's a designed run. He'll get maybe 4 there. It'll bring up 2nd and long.
At the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Eagle, 60 Eagle. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Richardson to throw. That is caught. And the Colts going to be set up with 1st and goal. Has play moves them down to the 1.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. It's a great example why.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal.
Get it. Ready.
Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. And he's in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown Colts. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together that they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Right up the middle. Here's Johnson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Checking it down, this one is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. That's a Steeler first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and
a throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. Return for the touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Throwing on first and 10, it's Howard. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And it'll lead to a second down. From the gun, it's Howard. He'll get that to Wilson. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
Third and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Howard. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Working out of the gun. Here's Howard. This is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. From the 35, here's second and 3.
Come on. Panther 60. Panther 60. Mustang 19. Buffalo 8.
Here's Richardson. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Here we go. Shot.
Now Brown. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
A second down throw for Richardson. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender, prodding his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
It's now third down and less than a yard.
Ready?
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on third and short. The Colts about to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
On the give, it's Johnson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. From the 29, here's second down and a yard. Here's Howard. There's a short one caught by Fryermuth. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Pittsburgh.
To throw is Howard. Moving to his right. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Here's Howell. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Richardson to throw here on first and 10. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Ready, set. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. 18, set. Ready. Nice, liking, 18. They'll drop to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
60 Maverick, 60, ready! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! Ready, right? From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder to their position.
And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of the 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They come up for 2nd and 2. Now, Howard. Forced out wide. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here we go, set. Rocco leading. Rocco 18.
Howard. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway. And he's taken down.
If you can rush the passer, you can close out games. And that 3rd down sack is going to go a long way to closing this one out. Forces 4th and long, a desperate offensive possession. It's going to all come down to this 4th down try.
Let's go now.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Now he'll work his way out right. I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Ready? Let's go. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Looking to throw, Richardson. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.